And this part of the country, there are no other wagons. Pottinger are number one. I'm Sam McElheran. We farm outside Sternochan, just north of Ballymoney. And today we're down near Ballintoy, lifting grass here. It's a right wee bit from us, it's about 8 miles from home, but we have it, so we keep it. And it's handy enough you're not long doing a bit of work down here and get home again. We have behind us here Pottinger Jumbo 7400. I've only got her, this is only my second day really with her. Before this we always used a contractor, although I've always had a notion this lot of years of buying a wagon. I had one out in demo at a time, maybe 5 years ago, and ever since that I always had a wee notion of one. The reason being is we milk cows at home. Milk from forage is where our money is made, and we always cut 3 times a year. I want to be cutting 4 times a year, but I don't want to be paying a contractor for 4 times a year. And don't get me wrong, our contractor and me are best buddies. I got on really, really well with him, but as a business decision, I bought that wagon and I bought a set of triple mowers and I bought a rake, and I'll have that paid in about 4 years. If I was cutting 3 times a year for the same money I would use a contractor, so I have another cut free, and at the end of it I own assets, I can cut when I want. If you want to milk a lot of cows and have some sort of a lifestyle, you need men. And I've been fortunate, we'll call it, in the fact that I have good men and I haven't had any trouble getting them, and I try and look after them. And my theory is pay them well, look after them and feed them. Because if you feed a man, you can't expect a man to leave his house for 12 hours a day and eat out of a lunchbox. Look after them and they'll hopefully look after you. So buying a wagon it made sense. I needed a big wagon. There's no point in starting into this job with a toy, because you'll only let yourself down and you'll be disappointed with it. So the boys for Pottinger come out and set her for me, and she's a front moving headboard. The grass goes into her and the headboard's sitting back. She compresses it a time or two during the filling, and then at the very last the headboard moves forward as the load fills, and there's a beep goes off whenever she's full, and I drive a wee bit further till it's nearly coming over the sides, and that's her fault. The pickup rail refuses nothing as far as I see. I have 260 horsepower in front of this thing, and you'll kill the tractor before you'll kill the pickup rail. So I can't say anything wrong about it. It's serving me well so far anyway. This thing cuts the grass to 34 mil and is doing a good job at it. Some of the older wagons maybe left it a bit longer. I'm not sure what the cow makes of it, really, because as far as I see, finer cut silage, yes, it's maybe good for the rumen, but they eat more of it, and the more dry matter intake you can get in a cow, the more milk you'll get out of her. So I want it chopped well, hence the knives needs to be sharp. She needs to have plenty of them, and it compacts well into a pit then if it's chopped well. I could have bought a second-hand self-propel. I would have needed a fleet of trailers. I would have needed a fleet of drivers, which some of them, you know what they're like. And the other thing is, a self-propel, if you pick something up with a self-propel, a stone or something, it's a £10,000 fix. Whereas this here, if you picked up a stone with her, she'll knock the knives back with the spring release, and you go on. They're not that hard to sharpen. They're double-sided knives. You can take them out, turn them round. Take them out whenever they blunt a bit and turn them round and keep going for a day or two, and then whenever the weather breaks, whenever you get the silage in between cuts, take them out and put them through a sharpener. It's not that hard to do. The knife bank in this thing swings way out, so you're not on below pulling the knives out. The knives are sitting out around the side over, and all you do is pick them up and turn them round. For ease of use, you could put anybody on it, yes, but I wouldn't put anybody on it because the thing costs a lot of money and she's big along the road, and it's probably better for my blood pressure if they didn't land into the yard and some piece of her bent. So there's a big fella works for me there, Caleb, he's driving that 6510, and then there's a wee fella Harry, he's in the rake. My brother, he's on the mowers. We're all involved and we're all kept at it. But for ease of use, aye, you can put anybody on it, but I'll not be putting anybody on it. She's something on the road, absolutely brilliant. They're wide, but carries well, and she would boss that tractor a wee bit, but there's serious weight of grass in her. She's 11 tonne empty, I think, and there's 20 tonne of grass in her, so you can do the maths yourself. Got a point, say a point your A9s, 11-foot cut, great mowers. We have them on a Case Puma 150. She's set up a wee bit, but she drives them and carries them with ease, and he can cut a lot of grass in a short time. They're definitely, I'm well impressed with them. I'm very well built, very, very well engineered. The dealer over here, Hunter Kane and Son, they're beside us, and they're easy to work with. They've men on there. If you have any problems, you can lift the phone and ring them, and that means a whole lot. You can't beat having somebody beside you. These men shift a lot of wagons. I've sold a lot of wagons in this part of the country. I'll tell you something, if you phone Kane's, they'll answer the phone, and if there's something broken in that wagon, I have no doubt that if they hadn't departed there, there's a wagon sitting in that yard that you come and lift. That wagon, that 6510, that belongs to Kane's. I went down this route and Josh has said to me, I'll give you another wagon to help you. Listen, I'll probably end up buying a second wagon, and he knows that as well as I do. To get an Isobus, you can set her up to Isobus. There's not an Isobus socket on this tractor. I'm getting one on her so that I can use her through the screen and the joystick of the tractor. But the more I use that there, I don't know whether I want to be bothered with it. One of the mechanics in Kane said to me, you'll not want Isobus once you use that. And to be fair, that's simple. You can send anybody to it. Everybody nowadays is running about with a smartphone. If you could work a smartphone, you could work one of them there. It's not hard to learn. It's only a touch screen and simple enough. You see, if your grass is all around you and you're paying a contractor a lot of money to cut light crops of silage, these things are ideal. It's now the 1st of May. We mowed that there the 29th of April. It was good enough crop, but it's not a big, heavy crop, and them things can, like there's 6 acres in that load. You're not that long out moving a bit of grass, you're maybe lifting 6 acres at a time. There's 30 acres down here, and I think we have the whole thing away and 4 loads each. You can justify these things if you do the sums right. You can justify anything if you do the sums right. But the key to the thing is look after the cow, get the forage into her, cut the silage whenever it should be cut. Instead of, there's boys hold off, you know, because they're trying to beat the contractor and they're trying to grow a big crop so that they're getting their value for money. But the reality is, they're only beating themselves, you know, because their milk from forage is down the drain. And another thing about these here for cutting light crops of grass, do you ever watch a forage harvester, a self-propelled, go through a field? Always marvels me the amount of stuff. The best of the grass gets blown out the top of the trailer. The clover, the wee fine leaves and all that there's nothing blown out the top of these. It's getting in the bottom and it's staying on there. So there's a whole lot of plus points for them. And we'll see how it goes, but if we can reduce milk from forage, we can get more milk out of cows. That's the key to the whole thing. The cows are paying it all, so you have to try and keep them happy.